banners are ready, the Avs are ready, and the fans are ready. The wait for the Stanley Cup final is almost over.
The whole vibe of the city is just going to be going.
From what you can and cannot bring to the game, to weather, to transportation.
Higher crowds may mean more crowded trains.
Tonight, we're getting you ready for the biggest game of the year.
Let's go, Avs! Let's go, Avs!
Plus, he suits up every game, even though he's not on the team.
From the national anthem through the entire game in a full set of gear.
We're introducing you to an Avs fan unlike any other.
Concerns over safety as RTD gets ready to bring Avs fans to the game.
Overall, violent crime has gone up dramatically throughout all the cities, especially in Denver itself.
The steps transit officials are taking to keep fans safe during the series.
All right, Colorado, the banners have been unfurled at Ball Arena. Our 21-year wait for the Stanley Cup final to come back to Colorado, now just 20 hours away from ending.
Downtown Denver this time tomorrow night is going to be a madhouse as Avs fans hopefully are celebrating a Game 1 victory over Tampa.
So from getting to the game, to parking, to what you can and cannot bring with you to Ball Arena, or to the watch parties, there's a lot fans need to know before heading to the game.
All right, Denver 7 is your home for the Stanley Cup final. So tonight we are helping you get ready for what will be a great night of hockey.
Denver 7's Rob Harris begins tonight's team coverage live from Ball Arena with what you need to know ahead of Game 1. Rob?
Yeah, and here at Ball Arena, plus at the Tivoli Quad for the watch party, crews have been working around the clock getting ready. And they say it's worth it because all eyes are going to be on Denver.
Go Avs, baby!
Yeah, pretty much sums up how many of us are feeling right now.
We want the cup. We want the cup.
So, here's your Stanley Cup Final 101 guide for the game and the watch party. Starting with how to get there. If you're going to be taking an Uber or Lyft, drop-off locations will be different this week. For Ball Arena, the normal drop-off spot on Chopper Circle will be blocked off, so you'll need to be dropped off on Spear and then walk to the entrance. There will be a vehicle perimeter set up around Auraria campus for the Tivoli watch party for security, so have your rideshare drop you off near 7th and Auraria Parkway and then walk to the entrance off 11th and Larimer. If you're planning on taking RTD this weekend, we're told an extra car is being added to trains to carry more passengers. But even still, you should plan on leaving early.
We just want people to be mindful and expect that higher crowds may mean more crowded trains, and you may have to wait for another train if the train is full.
So now let's talk about what happens after you get to the game or to the watch party. I talked to the Auraria campus police chief today, and he tells me they're going to ramp up security ahead of time, and they're partnering with multiple agencies, including Denver Police, to do that. They're expecting a lot of people to come out to the watch party, and they will be screening all of them for weapons. But I'm told they'll have new technology that'll let them screen a lot of people very quickly. The list of what you can't bring is pretty similar at both the Tivoli watch party and the actual game at Ball Arena. The big ones to know: no weapons of any kind, no outside food or drink, and no bags larger than 10 by 6 by 4 inches. But what you should absolutely bring is your best Avs spirit and Colorado pride.
Like, everyone's been isolated, and just like the fact of being able to get close to one another and give someone a hug when the Avs score. Everyone wants to be happy, and I think this is just going to be happy.
So obviously we can't touch on everything here on air. So for a more complete list of where to go and what you can't bring when you come to either Ball Arena or Tivoli Quad, we got you linked up on thedenverchannel.com. Live in Denver, Rob Harris, back to you.
All right, Rob, thank you very much. And organizers are expecting a lot of people at these outdoor watch parties.
And Katie LaSalle continues our team coverage tonight with what fans can expect weather-wise before, during, and after Game 1. Katie?
I'm getting so excited. Tomorrow, no weather worries expected all across Colorado. Plenty of sunshine, dry conditions, and temperatures across the metro area warm in the mid to upper 80s, and will stay clear and mild through the evening. Now tonight, we'll see clearing skies statewide. We'll start off in the low 50s, so a slight bit cooler than what we saw this morning. Temperatures will warm to the mid 60s by 9 o'clock, and for the start of the game will be in the 80s. By 5 o'clock, if you're out and about, sun will be shining, 87 with mid 70s by 9 p.m. when hopefully we get that win. And then we have some very warm weather expected by the end of the week. I'll have your full forecast.
All right, good news all around. Katie, thank you very much. And the Stanley Cup's not just an American event. This is a global event. And at Media Day, we caught up with Jonathan Lindquist, a reporter with Swedish television. A high interest in Sweden, thanks in large part, to Avs captain and Stockholm native Gabe Landeskog. Lindquist tells us watching Landeskog and the Avs go from bottom of the league to this has been a special journey to watch.
He was struggling so bad with losing that much. It really ate at him. Even like seeing him in August after the season, going into the new season, it still bugged him. So for him to go from that to this, to get a chance to win, it's so special to see it.
And Sweden is Avs territory. Lindquist says the Avs hold a special place there thanks to Avs legend and two-time Cup winner Peter Forsberg.
Today, we also heard from the Avs coaches and players at Media Day, and Denver 7 Sports Director Lionel Bienvenu is here now. Lionel, the wait for Game 1 hasn't only been tough for fans. The entire team is ready to go.
Yeah, thank goodness that the waiting game is just about over, and the actual game is going to start soon. And really, that is just fine for the Avs players. Talking to them at Media Day today, they were antsy. There was nervous energy. They haven't played in more than a week. They are just raring and ready to go. And that includes, of course, Nate McKinnon, who doesn't do well sitting around. He's got one speed, and that's full speed. Leading the Avs with 11 playoff goals so far. He told us today he has slowed down off the ice, though. He said he's more patient, more even-keeled than last season, and he's really enjoying this time, finally playing for the Cup in his 9th year, and he summed up his feelings for us on the eve of Game 1.
It's exciting. I'm glad we're playing Tampa. We're playing the best. There's no Cinderella story or anything. Two of the best teams in the league going at it, and really excited for this challenge. And it's going to be very, very difficult, but I believe in this group, and we all believe in each other, and hopefully we get this done.
All right, coming up later in sports, we'll talk to Cal Foote, Lightning defenseman, son of Avs legend Adam Foote, as the son sees his father's retired sweater hanging from the rafters of Ball Arena. What a story. And Footer's back, so we'll have that later.
A junior version. All right, thank you. And the Avs are going for their 3rd Stanley Cup since moving to Colorado in 1995. And right now over on thedenverchannel.com, you can take a trip back in history with a look at their very first game with Joe Sakic as captain and their 2 Stanley Cup victories, including that win in their first season here in Colorado. Now, listen, Denver 7 is your home for the Stanley Cup Final.
Each game, every game is right here on our air, starting with Game 1 tomorrow night. Our coverage begins at 4:30 a.m. with morning anchor Brian Sanders live at Ball Arena. Also, traffic reporter Jason Luber will have what you need to know before getting around to and from the game.
And our coverage continues throughout the day, and be sure to join us at 5:30 p.m. for our special pregame coverage. I'll be live outside Ball Arena as the Denver 7 News team gets you ready ahead of puck drop.
And then following the game, we will have post-game coverage right here on Denver 7 with Denver 7 News at 10 immediately following.
As RTD gets ready to usher thousands of Avs fans to and from Game 1, everyday riders are sounding the alarm when it comes to safety.
And tonight, Denver 7 CB Cotton is going in depth on the rise of crime on RTD and the efforts to make transit safer.
Colfax and Peoria is their bus stop. But even as they wait, they're not sure they'll make it to where they need to go.
Every day I wonder, if she's going to make it home safe.
For the past 4 years, Paul Wood and his wife Catherine have relied on RTD's Route 15 to take them from East Colfax into downtown Denver for work. They feel the commute on this route has gradually become more dangerous.
If it's not, somebody doing drugs in the back of the bus, beer, alcohol, whatnot, someone's always starting fights.
Denver 7 requested data from RTD. In 2019, transit police responded to 42 assault calls. That number jumped to 139 in 2021. In 2019, 18 calls for weapons offenses. That number increasing to 87 in 2021. We took the data to Transit Police Interim Chief Stephen Martingano.
Overall, violent crime has gone up dramatically throughout all the cities.
But Martingano says RTD is making progress, partnering with other agencies like Denver Police.
I want to say in the last several months, they've recovered, I think, about 19 or 20 firearms within the Denver Union Station area.
As for narcotics, according to the data, transit officers responded to 33 narcotics calls in 2019. That number spiked to 174 calls in the first 5 months of this year.
Yeah, there's actually 2 explanations. One is our RTD Transit Watch app.
That's the app to report crime. Martingano says as of early this year, people can use it to report drug offenses. Secondly, he points to a 2019 state law that made personal drug possession a misdemeanor offense.
So we're seeing an uptick of individuals utilizing that in public because it's not a felony.
But when there needs to be enforcement of any crime, the hands of transit police are at times tied. In Denver, currently, RTD officers can only make arrests or write citations for this list of crimes at specific locations. For example, if there's a felony drug arrest that needs to be made,
We have to wait for Denver PD to show up and effect the arrest.
We had a bus got shot at the other day, and they had to pull over and wait for Denver police or Aurora PD to show up.
Paul Wood says he'd like to see a variety of changes to include enhanced security on buses.
They rely on the bus drivers who are not security to, handle the situations that are at hand, and they can't handle it while they're driving.
In the meantime, while he waits at his bus stop, he waits on change. CB Cotton, Denver 7.
And a spokesperson for the city of Denver says there are ongoing conversations about expanding the authority of RTD transit officers.
Well, this is something we've gotten used to seeing at DIA, those long lines stretching all the way to baggage claim as travelers wait to get through security. Well, now the airport's going to make some changes in the hopes of shortening those lines and making them faster. Starting tomorrow morning, TSA will add 2 pre-check lanes to South Point Security Checkpoint. 3 standard screening lanes will be added to the North Checkpoint. Despite the new lanes, the airport says travelers should still use the primary checkpoint for their screening choice, and that would be North for TSA pre-check and South for standard.
Wheat Ridge police are asking for help finding a wheelchair stolen from a veteran. The chair is similar to the one in the picture on your screen here. Police say it was stolen sometime between mid-May and a few days ago from a garage belonging to a 74-year-old veteran at Morningside Retirement Community. The veteran uses this chair for doctor's visits and was on his way to an appointment when he noticed it was missing. Anyone who has information on this egregious crime, please contact Wheat Ridge Police.
Well, we know now where in Colorado the Rainbow Family Gathering will be taking place. Organizers announced the gathering will be held in Adams Park in Routt National Forest. That's outside of Craig in Moffat County, far northwest Colorado. There was speculation earlier this spring the event could be held somewhere in Grand County. The gathering is scheduled to run from July 1st through the 7th, and as many as 80,000 people are expected.
A ritual unlike the rest.
For about the first period, he would pretend that he was in the game.
A young Avs fan suiting up for every game, even when he's nowhere near the ice.
Plus, Game 1 will be a very special homecoming for one Lightning player and his family.
Sunshine and warmer temperatures return tomorrow across the state. Some beautiful weather expected for the Avs game in Denver. When the high heat returns, I'll have your forecast still to come.